Well, good morning, everyone. I'm Sage Marie, Division Head for PR at American Honda, and I want to welcome you all to Honda at the Chicago Auto Show for what is the North American debut of the refreshed Civic Type R. This is going to be a big year for Civic. Specifically regarding Type R, we have more news to come in the weeks and months ahead. So it's very exciting. Stay tuned for that. You'll be hearing more from us shortly. But having Civic here and having a refreshed Type R represents our investment in the continued competitiveness of Civic and the importance of passenger cars to Honda's business. So here to tell you a little bit more about that is my friend Gary Robinson, who's Division Head of Product Planning at American Honda. Come on up, Gary. Thanks.
Great. Thank you, Sage. And thank you all for taking time out of your busy show schedule to stop by and see the 2020 Civic Type R. And we have some exciting news about Type R, which of course I'm going to get to in a minute. But first, let me just recap a little bit what we've been up to with Civic. We've been on an unrelenting product offensive with the 10th Gen Civic ever since the sedan went on sale in 2015. It was followed quickly by the Coupe, and together they went on to win North American Car of the Year. The hatchback returned to the lineup a few months later in 2016, and then in 2017 was the arrival of the forbidden fruit of the Civic line, the first Civic Type R in the US. But shortly after, the Civic Si and sedan and coupe returned, completing the Civic family. But we haven't stopped, and in a little more than 12 months, we've refreshed every model in the lineup with updated styling and technology. We've also made Honda sensing standard on every Civic model and trim, from our base to our pinnacle models. And at the end of 2018, we introduced the updated 2019 Civic sedan and coupe. They had new styling and a new sport trim with 6-speed manual. Last summer was the updated hatchback, and this past fall, we introduced the updated Civic Si and coupe with improved performance and refreshed styling inside and out. And today, of course, we're talking about the 2020 Civic Type R. All this is building on Civic's already incredible strengths in the market. For 4 years straight, Civic has been the #1 selling car in the US. It's been the #1 compact in the US for 11 years straight. And in fact, Civic not only leads in its segment, but if you exclude full-size trucks, Civic outsells every SUV and CUV in the US, and one of them is one that we make right over there. Now, since introducing the 10th generation Civic in 2015, we have sold more than 1.4 million in the US. But beyond that, Civic is also proof of why passenger cars are still an important part of our product portfolio here at Honda. Civic leads the industry in some really crucial metrics. Civic is #1 in the industry with first-time buyers. It's #1 in the industry car or SUV with Gen Y and Gen Z buyers. And Civic continues to be the #1 choice industry-wide for multicultural buyers. Then there's the Civic hatchback, which has exceeded expectations since it returned to the Civic lineup in the US after a nearly 15-year absence. Hatchback now makes up 21% of all Civic sales, and the Civic hatchback has the most conquest sales of any Civic model in our lineup, with more than 60% of sales coming from outside of Honda. It also brings in the highest percentage of millennial and Gen Z buyers, a full 41% of sales. And we're really proud of how enthusiasts have embraced the Civic hatchback. Today, every hatchback in our lineup comes with a turbocharged engine, and our sport and top-of-the-line sport touring models are both available with manual transmissions. The truth is that every Civic is fun to drive. And sitting atop the lineup is the most radical Civic of all, the Type R. It's our flagship performance car in America. It's the most powerful Honda ever sold on these shores, and one of the fastest front-wheel drive cars in the world, with unmatched performance cachet among its peers. But it's also amazingly civilized as a day-to-day driver, which really sets it apart. Type R is an exclusive vehicle, but we've had no problem finding nearly 10,000 customers since its launch, and they are some of the most passionate Honda fans that are out there. Now, Type R makes one hell of a race car as well. The Type R is now available in a new race-only edition the Civic Type R TC. It was just revealed last month, and it's available for purchase right now today through Honda Performance Development. It joins the global Civic Type R TCR race car and the Civic Si TCA race car as turnkey solutions available for purchase from HPD. But let's talk a little bit more about the road-going Type R. For the 2020 model year, we've made some important changes, and I'm not just talking about this stunning new boost blue color. So I'm going to tell you a bit more, but just one quick note that this is a pre-production vehicle, so the interior is off limits for now. Well, let's start with the exterior styling. You'll see updated front bumper with body-colored crossbars in the lower section. There's matching treatment in the rear, and if you're really observant, you'll notice a change to the grille as well in the front. It's not just cosmetic. We've increased the grille opening to help improve cooling, which is critical under high-demand situations like track days. Now, we've also made suspension improvements. The dampers have been upgraded for better comfort and control. The rear has stiffer bushings, and in the front, there's improved steering feel. It all adds up to an even more responsive chassis and sharper handling than ever before, while also, amazingly, improving ride quality over rough roads. We'll have all the detailed specs on this in the very near future. The brakes are also a good story, that they've received a great upgrade with new two-piece rotors and upgraded pads. And this results in much better heat management and improved fade resistance at all speeds, especially the not-so-legal kind. And like the rest of the Civic lineup, the Type R now comes standard with Honda Sensing, our suite of driver-assistive and safety technologies. Making it standard across the lineup is a commitment to safety for everyone that we're very proud of. So that's all I have to tell you today about the Civic Type R, at least for now. But we'll have a lot more technical details and more about the interior to share with you soon. So stay tuned. But for now, please feel free to come up and take a closer look at the 2020 Civic Type R.